AO3 is well known for having some of the most dedicated, but also most bizarre people on the internet, and the tags and individual fanfictions are a shining example of that. Today I'm going to take a look at some of the most unhinged and downright strange AO3 tags out there, and see if I can guess what fandom they're from, while you play along from home and try to see if you might know more about fandom than I do. If you're not familiar with AO3, it's basically just a website where people can upload their fanfictions that they've written. And if you're not familiar with fanfiction, then why did you click on this video? AO3 also has this really robust tagging system. And what that means is that each individual work that an author writes can be tagged not only with like what fandom it is or what ship they're writing about, but any sort of tropes that they might be including, or just basically anything that someone might want to search for fanfiction using. It's also very common for writers to then editorialize a little in the tags. Basically anything that's a little informal, a little casual, but that you think someone who might want to read the fic might want to know, and it doesn't need to go in the official summary. Because of this, there are a lot of really funny tags out there on random AO3 fics, which sort of inspired me to play this little guessing game here with you. Basically, all we're gonna do is we're gonna go through these various tag screenshots that I've found. These are all coming from these various Tumblr blogs that post funny tags so that I haven't seen them before. Then I'm going to guess what type of media I think this fandom is.
So whether that's a movie, a book, an anime, a TV show,
comic, or a video game, anything else I can think of basically. And I think if I get that right, and if you at home get that right, we each get 1 point. Then I'll also try to guess which specific media it's from.
Harry Potter, or The Lord of the Rings, or Supernatural.
And then if I get that right, and if you at home get that right, we each get 2 points. I promise I will include it even if I get them wrong, because I know I'm gonna get a ton of these wrong, because this is actually just like way too hard of a challenge. If you do better than me on this, I will actually genuinely be impressed. If it has a character name or the name of the work in it, I'm just gonna skip it because I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. One other little disclaimer about this is these blogs, most of them were not updated very frequently in 2024, and definitely none of them have been updated in 2025. So I would not suggest guessing anything that's super recent. Like, I wouldn't say that you should probably guess that it's a fanfiction about mouthwashing, for example, because that only got big in 2024, and there are hardly any tags from 2024. And before we get into it, if you like this video, you enjoy this kind of game, you enjoy these kind of game fandom themed game videos, please make sure to like and subscribe, and also leave a comment telling me if you did better than I did, because I want to know. Especially leave a comment if you did worse than me, because I want to feel good about myself. So we are starting out strong with the tag several fig trees. And my immediate thought on this one is the Bible. I have no idea if that is what it's gonna be, but I'm really hoping for the Bible. Most of the Bible fanfiction that's out there, I'm pretty sure is Jesus and Judas shipping. So I think the fact that there's a fig tree involved could mean that this is Jesus and Judas. And okay, so I think for the category of media, I'm gonna say book. Maybe I'll get like a 1.5 if it's an ancient book, but it's not the Bible, but I think it's probably the Bible. So let's check. Okay, I've searched it, but I haven't looked at it yet, and it is so it's Good Omens. I don't get a point, but like, does it make it better that that's basically Bible fanfiction already? Like, it's like derivatively, I was almost right. Good Omens is the closest thing to the Bible that's not the Bible that you can get, basically. Other than like, I guess the Book of Mormon. The weird and homoerotic relationship this fic has with organic chemistry. This could have some sort of chemistry component in it, but knowing AO3 users and fandom in particular, it's probably just a college AU. I think if it's a college AU, I think it's probably an anime. But I don't think they would talk about organic chemistry. I don't know, maybe it's like Haikyuu or something. My immediate like college AU thought is The Untamed, but that's because they have a million AUs where they're grad students for that. So, you know what? We'll pick an anime and we'll say it's Haikyuu, and we'll just hope that that's what it is. Harry Potter? Why is there... That's a Tom Riddle / Harry Potter fic. Why is there organic chemistry? There's nuclear weapons. Oh, it's like a nuclear weapons related Harry Potter fan. I guess that makes sense. He's not actually religious. He's a cult leader. Either something that has a lot of cult AUs or something where there is a cult in the original work. And everything I can think of that has a cult in it right now is like a horror movie, like maybe Midsummer, but it's probably more like an AU where there's a cult involved, which like to me reads as, is that the cat? An AU where there's a cult involved to me reads as like one of those big epic works. I kind of want to say Harry Potter, but ooh, you know what I'm gonna say? I think maybe Star Wars. Like maybe someone made a religious AU of Star Wars with cults and like Kylo Ren is a cult leader. But maybe it's Reylo. That would be crazy after my last video. But let's check. He's not actually religious, he's a cult leader. So it's the Dream SMP. I should have expected there to be Dream SMP. I should have expected there to be Dream SMP stuff at some point because that's like such a big fandom on here, but it's still kind of taking me out. Was there? No, there was a cult. There was a cult on the Dream SMP, but I think it's about different guys. Tag does becoming a priest count? He's not actually religious. He's a cult leader. Religious Tommy in it is an extremely common tag in the Dream SMP fandom. So I guess I should have seen that one coming. Not even about the actual canonical cult though. I forgot about the points. I had forgotten about the points, but luckily we're only 3 in. So that's 1 point for getting book for the first one. The second one, I didn't get the genre or the piece of media correct. And the third one I really didn't get because I said movie. We're at 1 point. On to the next tag. This one they put the piece of media just in the post. It's improper use of a grave, and they said today's tag brought to you by Saltburn. So obviously I'm not gonna use that one. This tag could apply to 2024's Nosferatu, actually, if you've seen that. Tasteful amounts of my strange obsession with rubber ducks. The hard part about this is it's not implicating that there are rubber ducks in the original piece of media. It's just about this person. But it has to be the kind of fandom where you could put rubber ducks in it and it wouldn't be weird. Well, it doesn't have to be. I guess it could be a crack fic in any fandom, but I don't think it would be tasteful then. So I think it has to go along with kind of the ethos there, which to me, immediately 2 things specifically jump out. By the way, this tag is written, either Deadpool. I don't know why this to me reads as Deadpool. This reads almost as like a Spidey Pool kind of situation. Or I don't know why. This is just where my brain has gone. The Umbrella Academy. For some reason, this to me reads like something someone who's into the Umbrella Academy would say. I think if it's either of those specifically, I'm gonna give it to myself. I'm giving myself so many chances here. If it's a movie or a comic, I will give myself 1 point. And if it's either Deadpool or the Umbrella Academy, I'll give myself 2 points because I need all the help I can get. Okay, here we go. Let's click. No way. How did I? Okay, this is gonna seem so fake. I didn't base this off of anything. I've never seen the Umbrella Academy. I read the first comic a million years ago, way before they ever made a TV show of it, just because I was really into Gerard Way. And I haven't looked, I swear to God, I swear to you, I make no money from this and no one watches these videos. I have no reason to fake this to you right now. I don't fake things for content. It is the Umbrella Academy and I did not know that. I'm a genius. Why did I think that? It's not in the post. It's not in the post. No, they didn't. It's not like they tag it with the media it's from. I didn't look at the replies, to be clear. But just so you know, everyone has just tagged it with stupid Arthur Weasley. There is nothing here to suggest it is the Umbrella Academy. I am just a genius. Okay, this one is tagged as capitalism, parentheses, derogatory. What I know about AO3 leads me to believe that there will be several fics with this tag. If there is only one fic, I think it's MCU. If there's more than one fic, I think I need to get like more than just that right, because I feel like MCU is kind of a free space. So I think if there's like more than 3 fics, at least one of them is gonna be MCU, one of them is gonna be Harry Potter, because everything's Harry Potter, and one of them is gonna be, I think this is bonkers, that it could be a Dimension 20 fanfiction. If there's multiple of them, I think there could be, I don't know if anyone writes fic for that. Probably they do. I just think of the like turning everything into a like rant about capitalism is such a like Brennan Lee Mulligan thing to do that it makes me feel like there's gonna be a D20 fic. But if there's only one, it's MCU, okay? I understand the irony in writing capitalism bad when writing about capitalism, the franchise, but like, I didn't write it, so, oh ho ho ho. There are 3 works tagged capitalism, parentheses, derogatory, and 1 tagged discussions of capitalism, parentheses, derogatory. I think we'll count all of those, all 4, and we're gonna see. So for I see. So for capitalism, parentheses, derogatory, the first one is Pacific Rim, which is a movie, so I'm gonna give myself 1 point. The second one is Twisted Wonderland, the video game, which I'm not gonna give myself any points for. And then for whatever reason, the third one is not showing up, so it could potentially be a draft. Sometimes drafts are counted in tag search. So I'm giving myself 1 point for that. And I'm gonna check the discussions of capitalism derogatory tag, just to see. Marvel Noir, Daredevil Comics, Spider-Man. I'm not giving myself any additional points for this, but I think it, like, you know what? That's enough that, like, there's one thing that's a Marvel thing and there's one thing that's a movie, so I give myself the movie point. Okay, so this tag is support your local bog hag. What this immediately says to me is that this is a fanfiction about a woman, or one where a woman features prominently, which means it's probably from a media in which a woman features prominently, because one thing AO3 users are not good at is caring about women. So it has to be the kind of person who would already be watching or reading something that features women prominently. Obviously, there's a decent amount of works like that, but combined with the bog hag thing, what it says to me, and I mean this in the nicest way possible, is that this is a gay person. I mean, they're also using AO3. So I think potentially maybe one of those pirate TV shows, or maybe like an AU of like, what is it, the 100? I'm gonna say TV show, first of all. So that'll be number 1. And then I'm gonna say that this is the 100 AU. It doesn't feel right, but I think I can't think of what I'm thinking of. Like, there's a vibe I'm getting from this, but I can't grasp what the name of whatever it is. And I'm seeing a woman's face in my mind. But I don't know who she is. That sounds like a song lyric, actually. Okay, I have it up. Let's click. Luna! Stan Luna! I forgot about K-pop! What I'll give myself is that Luna is like the women's, like they're a girl group, and like they're the one that the girls like. Like the girls love Luna. Wow, Luna. Awesome. I love that. That's awesome. Stan Luna. Brief canon typical horrors of war. What if it's Dunkirk? Is that what the movie is called? Wait, the one with Harry Styles. Yeah. Dunkirk. I think it has Harry Styles. Yes, Harry Styles in its feature film debut. Is it gonna be Dunkirk? Almost certainly not. It's probably like a fantasy war or something. However, you say war, I think Dunkirk. I had a friend who was in the Dunkirk fandom. There were like not many of them, but they existed. It's probably actually like Star Wars, and I'm not just saying that because it has war in the name. We'll say movie, Dunkirk. Okay, I have it pulled up right here. Ready? MASH! That's such a classic fandom. That did take place during like World War I or something, didn't it? Oh, I get no points for that, but I forgot that there's like, that people wrote so much fanfiction about MASH. That was a little before my time. I mean, you may think I'm like super old if you're watching this. I am Gen Z. I don't know why this is so exciting to me, but it is. I get 0 points for that, but it's MASH. Featuring the mental gymnastics involved in falling for someone who's currently inhabiting your body. Surely that's Venom. Guys, I just watched Venom like a couple months ago, which is crazy because of how popular it was on Tumblr and like in fandom in general. I just watched it. Bad movie. It's not a good movie. Like I get the appeal. Totally get the appeal. It's not a good movie. The dialogue is so bad. Anyway, this has gotta be Venom. Obviously, okay, yeah, possession, falling in love with someone who's possessing you, totally a thing that happens in other forms of media. If this is not Venom, I will scream. It's Venom. It's gotta be Venom. Oh, there are two uses of this tag. Check, please? Well, one is a podfic of the other one. I can't. What do you mean? It's a body. Okay, it's a body switch. It's like a body switch fic, but like, that's so sad for me. Check, please. That's the like webcomic about gay hockey players. That was crazy huge on Tumblr for a brief period of time. I never read it. It's like Moby Dick, except with crippling insecurity and self-loathing instead of a whale. So this is obviously about a miserable man. Which miserable man? I'm not totally sure. You know what we haven't had? This is not a Hannibal fic, but we haven't had any Hannibal fics yet. Insecurity and self-loathing. You know, this could be K-pop too. Who's a very sad man? And he's like on a journey. No, it's gotta be some miserable man. Some miserable man, let's just say Supernatural. I think miserable men, I think Dean Winchester from Supernatural, a show I have never seen, but I have been forced to suffer the effects of for like 12 years, if not more at this point. We'll say Supernatural. Maybe it's about Castiel. He's also a miserable man. There's so many to choose from here. Supernatural. Final answer, locking in. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I should start guessing anime again. On a trip to Fort Lauderdale. Why are you in Florida? JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've never seen that. My anime knowledge is not very good. Okay, this is the last one. I'm just gonna do 10, and then we're gonna call it a day, and we're gonna tally up our final scores. This one, Dear Quantum Physicists, please do not read this story. I swear to God, if this one is not Doctor Who, I will be very upset. Okay, it's not to say that there is no quantum physics in other things. It's not to say that there is any quantum physics in Doctor Who, but whose fans would start incorporating quantum physics into their fic? Doctor Who fans. Gotta be Doctor Who. I said that about Venom, so I'm scared. I want to end on a high note. Undertale? Undertale? How did I forget about Undertale? Well, thank you very much for watching. This was actually very fun, way more fun than I expected it to be, and it worked better than I expected. I didn't do very well, but I also did not do as terribly as I thought I might. It also kind of just goes to prove that you can write anything about anything, and it does not matter. Again, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.